Hello, everybody. Thank you for clicking on. Good evening. It is Doofus After Dark on the American Doofus channel for the 16th day of January. And once again, very good evening to everybody. You're doing well. Hop over into the chat and say hi to, let's see, GA from CA. Hello. Going to be on Wednesday night. GA from CA and Cunning Stunt going to be with us. Librew, good vibes to you as well. Judy Davis, good evening. Hello, Rooster. Wayne. I have a twin, and you saw him today at Kroger. All right. Rooster's going to be on in a little bit, as is CKM Music. There's CKM, and that was our opening tonight. I really dig CKM's instrumentals, as well as good musicians. CKM Music. You can find him on Facebook or on the YouTubes, and you'll find him here a little bit later on tonight. Hi, Laura. Fun day today. Okay. We'll be talking about some stuff coming up. Lisa Hurley, hey. Hi, Cunning Stunt. Katrina, good evening. Hello there, Mechanic Eric. Troy, what's going on? Smoke Wagon. Quotidian, Yort. Always be kind. Hand pink waving. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting hand pink. I'm not getting the. I know that their emojis, but I don't get them. I'm getting hand purple blue piece, hand purple blue piece, hand purple blue piece. Hello, Black Claude. Rapunzel. Hello. Again, hand pink waving. Uno. KMS. How you doing? Charlie Cheswick. Subsonic. What up? Pam from customer service. What a great. The names. I mean, I'm going to have to at least do a segment where I just go back and I just jot down as many of the names as I can remember, and the names I see in the chats. The creative stuff is amazing. Emerson and Haywood, you guys, those names, they just pop. What's up, Jeff? Hey, you gotta now listen, okay? I was gonna do all the new stuff first, and then talk about all the 1776, the opposition, the other stuff at the end. But up front, I gotta warn you about Jeff and Telescope, man. There's some restreamers going on. You gotta watch them guys. They're outlaws. That's what I hear anyway. Hello, everybody over in Jeff's chat. I love you all. And everybody restreaming. I got people restreaming in Central and Eastern Europe, and hi, thank you. I guess this is a pretty good representation of what America is, so maybe that's why you all watch. But I do greatly appreciate it. And no matter where you're watching, whether you're watching live, whether you're watching in the chat, whether somebody's restreaming this, wherever you are. Blessings be upon all of you for a safe and peaceful rest of the day and the rest of this year as we start out 2023. Hi, baby. Hot mess summer. Hot mess. There's been some stuff today, so you might have to, wrench up later. I hope not. Hope everything's going to be cool, because I feel like this is going to be a really cool show. And we're going to start off with, we've already started off really cool with Social Credit Score by CKM Music. But over the weekend, God, you learn if you are willing, you can learn all the time. And this weekend, I learned so much. And I want to share some of the things I've learned this weekend. I went through and prepped all this. Okay. Now, this is not a dead iguana. This is a sleeping iguana. In cold weather, cold Florida weather causes iguanas to fall from trees. And I have proof of it here from CNN.
People in Florida are being warned. Look out for falling iguanas. So iguanas sleep in trees, and during a cold snap, well, they're cold-blooded. It can send their bodies into a paralyzed-like shock, and they just kind of like black out. It's their bodies wait for them in cold, so the blood, assuming, must go from their brain to other parts. Now, iguanas, you ever see them there? It's fascinating. They can weigh 20 pounds. They might do a dance because they got a crush on you. But it is dangerous if they fall from several feet up. But
20 pounds.
It does kill them, apparently.
No, if it's 45 degrees or less for more than 8 hours, the smaller ones start to die. So, yeah. Okay. It's going to get close this morning, too.
They need 50 degrees, apparently.
Okay.
To start moving around.
Yeah.
Yep.
There we go. Proof that that indeed iguanas can't fall from the trees in Florida, and they do not have parachutes. They are not invading. They are not in any way, paratrooping. They are just merely not handling the cold very well, and they fall out of the tree. And it's really a, kind of a thing that the dude pulling them into the sunlight so that they would pop back to life. That's the kind of thing we like to see here. People pulling big giant lizards that have just fallen out of the trees back into the sunlight so that they can. Also, from Florida, the invasive Cuban tree frogs. I don't know why. I keep looking up at the other camera. The invasive Cuban tree frogs. Are your tree frogs invasive Cuban tree frogs? Well, here is the invasive Cuban tree frog, and it is indeed an annoying pest. Contrary to the lore that was spread over the weekend, you don't put them in a bag and just beat them mercilessly with a ball bat. You do put them in the freezer, and that is a humane way of putting them to sleep, as we just saw with the iguanas and reptiles and amphibians. And then you, once it's unconscious, you beat the hell out of it with a ball bat. So, two of the things I learned, that iguanas did indeed fall out of trees in Florida, and that there were Cuban tree frogs also in Florida. But wait, there's more. Yes, there are herpes-infected wild monkeys in Florida. I got a grandson in Florida. I'm beginning to think maybe they ought to be coming back to Indiana. And this is from January 3rd, 2023. This isn't like, oh yeah, back in the back in the 1900s. Well, I'll tell you what, Dad, there was some herpes monkeys in Florida. No, this is happening right now. As of 13 days ago, this has been updated. Herpes infected wild monkeys in Florida. Now, on this show, I've poked fun at a lot of people, and one of the people I poked fun at was Brian Wyckoff. I called him Byron, and made fun of which I thought was hilarious, and I still do. He did the poop bucket. He did the lip sync to the poop bucket song, and I thought he was hilarious. Anyway, Brian, if you happen to be watching, man, don't mess with these monkeys. Don't mess with. I know Telescope told you to do it, but don't mess with the monkeys. Don't mess with the frogs, and try to save some iguanas down there, my man. And stay out of the swamps because 20-foot python. And we haven't even touched on the water where the sharks and the jellyfish and the eels. It's no wonder the people in Florida are crazy about guns because they got a bunch of stuff trying to eat them. All right. Let's get serious here. Now, a couple of things happened today that I want to point out. Having some fun because we got some serious stuff, and then we're gonna have a great conversation coming up. This is from friend of the show, news to share. Ford Fisher, armed activist holds Second Amendment lobby day rally in Richmond, Virginia. Going to show just a few minutes of it.
That way, yeah. I remembering from me and him over here 2 years ago.
Okay. Again, you can find this is 2 hours and 35 minutes and 34 seconds long. So I'm playing under a minute of it, and just wanting to draw your attention to it. If you want to know more about it, it's news to share. Ford Fisher, and you can find him on YouTube, and you can also find him on Facebook, and we're going to find him one more time as another event was being held. And see, this is one of the things that we do on this show. We try to show you things that we become aware of that mainstream isn't going to show you, isn't going to talk to you about. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you what to think about the things you're seeing. We just give you things to think about. So here's something to think about. BLM 757 holds an armed reparations march in Richmond, Virginia. Same place.
Reparations, they have to stop giving us. Stop giving us every single time something else happens, they can fund it. Our reparations went to Ukraine. Stop doing the work. The reason they get away with it is because they come to these council meetings, they come to this state capitol, and nobody knows what lobby day is. They think it's just a day where a bunch of white people come with guns. No! This is a day you can literally talk to your elected official face to face, not on Twitter, not on Facebook. You can talk to them right there and tell them what you want. But it starts locally, in your local city. You do have to go to the city council meeting. You do have to go to the school board meeting. And then you take it to the state. And then you take it to the federal. So we out here making sure we educating our people, making sure they're not able to do shady business in here behind our faces, and making sure they're getting us our reparations.
To bring it back home to me what I learned. Yep. And to help each other grow and stuff like that. So I just wanted to
Black power! Black power! Black power! Let's be real about it. In the case when it comes to talk about reparations, everybody got reparations but us. Everybody got reparations but the slaves or the freed slaves. The free. Everybody got reparations. The plantation owners, the slave owners, they got reparations when they lost the right to have slaves. Historic fact, look it up.
And again, this is news to share. Ford Fisher, and you can find him on YouTube. You can find him on Facebook, and again, all of this happening today. Both of these events happening in Richmond, Virginia. And thanks, Ford, for the use of that footage. Hop over here real quick. Okay. Jake the Snake. You guys just be civil and chat. We try to keep it as open as possible. All right. There's no way you can just allow everybody to say whatever they want. You just can't do it. It's not feasible. We try to keep the chat as open and fun, and if you have conflicts with people, you have the power to block them. Block them. You know, it's easy, and it makes, if that makes your experience more enjoyable, do so. And normally we don't worry about things because we got intelligent viewers. We've got, absolutely by far and away, the most attractive ladies and the most handsome of lads are in that chat. You can find it night in and night out. It's just, it's analytics. Analytics proves it. Let's get breaking news. Here's what mainstream media says are the main stories of the day. From CNN, quote, "The closer I got, the more it looked like hell," end quote. This is Dnipro, reeling from a deadly Russian missile attack. The BBC News, the White House says there are no visitor logs for Biden's home. From Reuters, after 30 years, Italy arrests the mafia boss Messina Denaro at the Sicilian home. Washington Post, a teen mother among 6 killed in California home shooting. NPR, California storms to finally let up after today. And NBC News, Biden blasts demented Republicans in his Martin Luther King Day speech today. So that's what's happening headline-wise, breaking news. As far as what we have in what we've got in our Twitter scroll that we do each and every show. From CNN also, backlash ensued soon after a monument meant to honor Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and his wife Coretta Scott King's legacy in Boston was unveiled, and that's the monument there. Okay, we're gonna save this. Former President Trump today on the Florida Governor DeSantis, quote, "I got him elected, pure and simple, and there was no reason to go wild about endorsing him. So now I hear he might want to run against me. So we'll handle the things the way I handle things," end quote. Again, from the former president, and also from Ron Filipkowski from Trump on Truth Social. 45th president said the FBI, the fake Bureau of Investigation, and the Department of Injustice, together with the Trump-hating thug Jack Smith, are interviewing, harassing, and subpoenaing people that work for me relative to the box hoaxes and the peacefully and patriotically speech I made at the January 6th protest of the rigged and stolen presidential election, where so many have been treated horribly and unconstitutionally. This is a Gestapo-type operation, and are they doing this to Biden people? I don't think so. And this is about 15 miles from me. Neighbors who saw a toddler in diapers wandering down a Beach Grove, Indiana apartment complex with a loaded handgun called police. The incident was caught on building cameras. Father who lied that he didn't own a gun was arrested. Here we go. Okay. And 3-year-old Illinois toddler accidentally shoots and kills his mother while playing with his father's gun in the back seat of their car. It's bad enough I gotta tell you it happened. If you want to see it, you can find it. And then thanks. We're about to transition here to our conversation. Well, it would take way too long to explain Baldy Banks, and this, honestly, this brief video explains him. Let me just say, incredibly creative, incredibly fast, and incredibly funny. And let's take a look at this to close out our Twitter bookmarks. Again, this comes from Baldy Banks, and this kind of sets up what we're getting ready to get into. I'm going to have Roosterdoll, and I'm going to have CKM music up here, and we're going to be talking about all of this, because hey, I'm a doofus and I need to learn. And one thing I have learned is there are some things that are on the internet that not everybody needs to know about. We'll get into that after this.
Denounced Rooster for associating with ICE Poseidon.
And a warning, lots of bad language. My bad, I should have said that a couple of seconds ago.
When are you going to know that I...
Oh, I thought I had... I'll make sure we do. There we go. Okay, we won't get shut down this time. My bad, folks. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Thank you for clicking on.
You know that I am not...
Let's start all again. Such a killer intro, too, and I timed it right, and it was dead on. And here we go. This is good.
So when are you going to denounce Rooster for fucking associating with ICE and Baldy Banks? When are you going to know that I am not fucking dumb? And probably the only one that knows what the fuck I'm talking about is actually Riddle me. And fucking the rest of you little scumbag fucking dirt nasty twats. Hang out with fucking and the rest of Rooster and the rest of you little scumbags. If you think that I'm not on your fucking game, yo, you got another motherfucker coming, right? I'm literally the one that knows the most about the whole entire IP2 community, so you better stay the fuck away from me. You and your fucking little fucking community of little assholes thinks that the red squirrel doesn't know. Nobody realizes I know more than everyone when it comes to the whole entire Corinne, IP2, Rooster, and the rest of those little cocksuckers. And I'm really starting to fucking put dots together that y'all sit here and keep running your mouth like I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, right? I'm just some stupid idiot that just runs off at the mouth and just thinks that he knows what the fuck he's... So the best way I can explain it, right, is take 76 and all the freedom movements out of it, right? Take all the freedom movements out of it. What do you have left? A whole entire community of fucking trolls that literally have gone around, right, and tormented people. You see, that's when I get fucking involved. It's like Riddle, right? Baldy Banks, who they were kissed. That's what nobody realizes is how much they actually fucking know. And that's why they want to shut down. Because I know more than I know. I literally fuck lives, and I think Riddle did too.
I did too.
Where did the Texas speech come from? You know nothing. You know nothing about the wild west of the fucking YouTube. My head is so full of fucking shit that like I can't.
BTM, but on steroids and heroin and a whole bunch of other drugs. And there you go.
Wrong. Now we know all this shit about this scumbag piece of shit. Why is it cool that Baldy Banks kisses ICE Poseidon in a video? And they all Banks and want to suck the Banks' dick. Why is this okay? People like Baldy Banks wouldn't be allowed inside those, but it's like, yo, why is Baldy Banks inside those chats when he
Yeah, I've actually seen a video of that. That's how I got a picture of it, from that video.
So when
Okay. Oh my. Oh my, interesting. Yes, indeed, interesting. That is Baldy Banks, and his latest that just came out today, and that is referencing what we are going to be talking about here. Let me drop this link in here and see if we can't get Roosterdoll and CKM music up. I can't stop laughing at that. Criminy, someone needs a welfare check. Hey, there's Baldy. What's up, Clout Gang? Baldy Banks is incredible, yes. And Baldy Banks is incredible. G. Abbott. If you have not been to G. Abbott's basement on YouTube, G. Abbott's basement, she's got some great stuff. Oh, here we go.
Hey, what's up?
What's going on, man?
Not much.
Let me get at least where I'm in the screen too, if I can. Wait a minute. Why can't it? What's the deal? Oh, awesome. There we go. Now, let me do this. There we go. Oh, hold on. I don't want to be the biggest one. All right, I'm not. I absolutely love the animation.
Oh, thank you. It's a lot of fun.
It's so cool. I want one.
She won't make me one.
You know, huh? She getting you one?
No, she won't do it.
I will
She
too.
won't do it. Ladies and gentlemen watching, at the top you have CKM music, and then you have the lovely Avatar? Is that the correct terminology?
Yes.
Okay, the lovely Avatar anime doll. Okay, somebody in the chat just tossed out there. This is Roosterdoll and CKM music. So we just saw Baldy Banks, and he was referencing Red Squirrel, who is well known to anybody that watches all of this. Has Red Squirrel, does he have intel? Or am I correct in assuming that WYSIWYG is not the leader of IP2? He is not even a fan, and he doesn't watch it, let alone lead it. Am I okay in assuming that?
Yes, absolutely. He's definitely not a leader of any sort of IP2. He hates that I watch it. Doesn't come around when I'm streaming it. So that's a leap for sure.
Okay. For those that do not know, first of all, what is IP2?
So first of all, I just want to put a disclaimer out there that I would never ever claim to know all the lore or be an expert in IP2. I'm certainly not a part of it, but I have been watching for quite some time. So
yeah, we're just talking about what happened last night.
Okay. So basically IP2 is a streamer network of by and large degenerates. And
okay, so far we're not excluded.
And it stands for Ice Poseidon 2, which is its whole own thing. Ice Poseidon was a live streamer. People from around that time when he started streaming, there was a fallout. IP2 was created. There's a lot of lore there, but for posterity's sake and so I can be brief about it. But yeah, so I don't know what Red is exactly claiming because none of what he was saying made any sense to me. The fact that he's saying that Wizzy is a leader and that we're somehow in IP2 and trying to take down freedom movements, I think is what he's getting at. But that's absolutely ridiculous.
Okay. You know, I guess I'll believe you. You're the only cartoon character I've talked to. Okay, so there is a person named Ice Poseidon, and he is one of the original live YouTube streamers, and he's still streaming. If I'm not mistaken, he's been going live for like a month or 2 months over in Japan. Is that correct?
Straight, but he was on Twitch first, and he was swatted so many times, and finally he got swatted at an airport, like off a plane, and they banned him from Twitch. So YouTube reached out to him to help build their live streaming platform, and so he came over here. Now he's got, almost 1 million subs, and he has been streaming from Japan for a month. Yeah, that's Ice Poseidon. He started out doing a lot of like regular IRL or like Pokemon Go streams.
I think Doofus froze.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's get his channel taken down. The echo stopped though.
There we go.
Or not.
I had a banner pop up that says we're having connection issues. Is everybody back now?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
Sure. What did you guys hear? I don't know when I cut out.
I heard everything you said.
I didn't.
Okay.
And I don't know if they did or not. If I'm the only one that didn't, Tupelo says my digital wallet is stuffed. Yay. Telescope says, how much and I told you not to use the bots on Doofus. Okay, so let's go back. Ice Poseidon is IP. He was broadcasting on Twitter or on Twitch. Twitch banned him. He came over to YouTube, and he did some. Did he like start a network, and they turn against him, or did he do something and people formed a network to
kind of like that. And he at one point tried to start a streamer house with someone called Only Use Me Blade and a few other people, and that all went really south. But see, all of this is kind of different from what he's accusing Corinne of being involved in because she is on IP2. But he kept bringing up Killstream last night, which is Ethan Ralph, which are groupers, America First stuff, which is kind of, it's different, but same, but different. It's like it's a whole different crew. And honestly, I'm really confused at what Red was getting at because none of it made sense. Like, I don't even know what points to debunk. Because it's all kind of crazy.
CKM, hop in here.
Hey, I just came along for the ride. They have no idea what IP2 is. None at all. And that they think that Rooster is involved in it is just ridiculous. We watch them. We're not IP2. They have a website. You can see who their streamers are. He's fucking falling apart.
And we're kind of making fun of all of it, them thinking all this stuff. But at the same time, the reason we're doing this is to get the truth out there because it's dangerous, associating people with things they aren't associated with. And not only is it Rooster, it's also Wizzy, obviously. And it's also now Telescope, and the BTM shirt is the key to the whole thing. And, it's absolute crazy absurdness, and we need to make sure people understand that, even though we're poking fun at it.
Well, the problem that Red's going to have is fucking around with IP2 people, because their chat is brutal.
Yeah, it's a much different animal.
Yeah, people here think they're trolls. They're not. These people are real trolls.
And if I'm not mistaken, they go IRL a whole lot faster than we do here, as far as revenge.
Oh yeah, they'll send hundreds and hundreds of people to your channel. Like, they're ridiculous.
Yeah, it can get. I mean, it just depends. I certainly wouldn't be saying that IP2 are pedo supporters and things like that, and saying they're going to try to take on IP2 openly and so arrogant and ignorantly.
I mean,
that's for sure.
So people understand, that's what has been said.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what was said last night, among so many other things that were just jaw dropping.
I mean, doesn't Ice Poseidon have almost 1 million subs?
Yes.
That's big time.
Yeah, they're not worried about any of these freedom movements. No one is infiltrating anything. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous.
I think Red is just trying to insert himself in this to get more people, to be honest.
That was the next thing I was going to ask. Why is Red doing this?
Because he wants them to pick up his shit and have people come into his channel, even if they hate him. He wants eyes.
It just for views.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know why you'd fuck with those people.
Well, the groper angle of it, the fact that the gropers are like alt-right, are we fair in assuming that? Or
Groypers, but also gropers.
Grapers. Also gropers?
Yeah, also gropers.
Probably, definitely.
After watching that wrestling match kind of thing, it was gropers. That was different. Watching that, it was like there was a wrestling match going on, but it was actually more of a incredibly far right political rally.
Yeah. That's
to say
it's a weird space there. So that branches out into like Baked Alaska, Nick Fuentes, people in that alt-right sphere, like actual alt-right. And that's the thing, is that, Red kept saying last night he is the alt-right and he knows more about this than anyone, but like didn't mention any of this stuff, or the fact that Corinne and Dom were at a Killstream event just a couple of days ago. And like that was Dom was there, like, and no one's talking about any of that because he doesn't know. Yeah. Like he clearly doesn't know or had any like knowledge of what he's talking about.
Or Dom was at the event representing Red's group, and the two of them were in communication, and Dom knew exactly what he was doing being there, trying to connect to the alt-right.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's just,
I don't give them that much credit. I don't think they're putting that much thought into any of this. I think Corinne probably needed a ride, and Dom gave her one. But the issue is that,
that's probably,
what is it? Occam's razor? Yes.
The simplest solution is usually the one.
Doofus, are we getting an echo because you're not wearing headphones?
I don't know.
Could you put headphones on? Check it for a minute.
Are you?
Yeah, everyone's saying it in the chat too.
They are?
Yeah. I think your microphone is picking up your speakers.
Hang on a second.
Sorry, I'm a bit of an audiophile.
Yeah, sorry. I'm definitely not echoing. And CKM definitely isn't either.
Oh, you don't hear it?
No, I can hear it in my head, but I know it's not me.
How's that?
That's perfect.
Oh, that worked.
That's perfect.
Yeah,
that works.
Yep, solid, buddy.
Okay, cool. All right, my headphones are working too. My headphones weren't working earlier. That's why I was running the speakers. All right, here we go. We're back.
I mean, I take a lot of acid, but Jesus, that was crazy.
Oh God.
And did they speed it up, or did Red just keep talking faster and faster and faster? Was that natural, or was that, you know what I mean?
I honestly, I really don't know. I feel like he's just, I don't know. I hesitate to say like going through something, but it seems like he's going through something and he's grasping here. And I don't know. I don't know if he's creating drama for content, or if he's just that fucking dumb to go on and say things that he doesn't know anything about. So I don't really know what he's doing, but either way, it seems to be, garnering him a lot of attention. We are sitting here talking about him. So
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was, I don't know. To me, it's playing with fire.
Yeah. Well, once you start building a community based on like hate and trolling, they don't last long. Typically online, they eat each other because that's what it's built on, right? So, I feel like we're seeing a lot of that breaking down in real time. And it seems like he's looking for something to kind of cling to still talk about, because what are they talking about over there? Like last night was really the first time that I paid attention, because he was talking about me and he was talking about IP2. So I'm like, all right, let's milk this for content. And it ended up being insane.
So much so that there was a threat that people would show up at your house, and he said what state you lived in and what part of what state you lived in, and it was getting borderline a little crazy there.
Yeah, and I know based on who they're talking to that they do have my docs, and that's that is what it is. They're more than welcome to show up in my neighborhood, I guess, and come protest. I will film it, obviously, and make that into content. So if they want to bring that to me, I guess that's fine. Like, I'm not gonna be like intimidated by Angie and Grandma Dashhound showing up on my street and calling me a pedo supporter. Like,
oh, that's yes. Now we're pedo supporters. I forgot.
Yeah,
that.
now we're pedo supporters because someone in the IP2 network was a creep one time. Yeah, or at one time.
Okay, I was going to say, how did that connection?
He's trying to claim that Ice Poseidon is actually a pedophile when he doesn't even know what he's talking about. I think the incident he's referring to was a live streamer called Vexed, and it's not even. No one is supporting IP2. Like I think that as a whole, the community is really toxic. It's just fascinating. And
yeah, we watch it and laugh
content.
at it.
Yeah, like. So I'm just really not sure what his whole point of coming at me about this is. I think it's just because he needs a punching bag at this point because he doesn't have anything else to talk about, and it's just easy.
Okay, what does it have to do with your connection with Wizzy? Because that was in there last night, that either you control Wizzy or Wizzy is the mastermind and controls everything. Red doesn't have that part figured out yet.
I'll tell Red right now if he's watching. Rooster is the master. Okay.
That's it. Yeah. It's actually like
make sure you say. Don't. Now they're going to clip that and say,
clip all
okay.
you want. Let these morons run with it. They're ridiculous.
And think it was true. All right, go ahead.
You got it, Rooster. Tell him.
I mean, that's it. We're obviously, I do not control Wizzy. Wizzy doesn't control me. We're two separate people who happen to be friends. And that's it. It's very silly to assume that it's anything more than that, to be honest. Then we work together on his channel. Like that's that. I don't know how much more of an explanation I can give on that. Like no one's pulling anyone's strings.
And CKM's a mod on Wizzy's channel too, correct?
No.
No.
No? Okay. All right. No. All right.
I'm a wrench whore everywhere else, apparently.
Yeah. He is.
I never asked.
Except
to give them.
Except me, you turned me down. You said it was too much work here.
I've been timed out by your mod.
CKM Music is just here to be eye candy.
Yeah, well, okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
Tucker is the mastermind.
Hey, Wildman, email me. I'll send you some stuff. No, Red has just lost his fucking mind. Like he's got nothing left, so he's picking on IP2 to get. He wants their attention. There's a lot of people in that space.
Okay, but Red has followers.
Oh, he don't have IP2 followers.
I know he doesn't, but what I'm saying is, while we might all agree Red has lost his mind, Red has also put himself into a leadership position of at least a few, maybe a dozen people or so.
A leadership position. What?
Oh yeah, they follow him. Well, I kind of think that from what I've observed, I kind of think that this Dixie person might be the one that's actually running things.
I think we have observed that as well.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah, we were just talking about that earlier, and it's not. I think she just pops in anytime that there's like some optics that need to be handled, or somebody needs to be reined in. She seems to be his handler. Moreover, but that's just me speculating the same way that they speculate about me and Wizzy. So I honestly don't really care, and I don't care that he has a channel over there, and I don't care that they all hang out over there because they, that keeps them busy. And they're, not bothering anyone else. They're doing their own thing over there, like freedom fighting or whatever the fuck. And I really truly don't mind that. What I mind is him, going off about crazy shit. He has no idea what he's talking about and involving me in it. And he's like, I don't know where she got the idea that I ever said I was going to rape her. I was like, sir, I have the clip. Like him talking about raping people is not, news to anyone. So for him to go,
it's not just dead people. No. It also included you.
Yeah.
So I don't know how many people actually know that part of it as well. That's something we need to make sure and get out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and because I've been on the weird side of the internet for so long, and it sounds horrible to say, but I don't give it any credibility. It doesn't bother me so much. It's just the fact that he lies about everything. Literally, even if you have video proof of something or clips of him saying something, he lies about it anyway. So I really don't know what his end game is at this point. I don't know what I don't know what you have to gain from lying about things that are easily provable that people can go research, and just being incredibly hateful and toxic within his own community. Because I feel like if he could keep it going over there and not completely melt down, they could all just stay over there and leave everyone else alone. That would be ideal for me. Just, stay there.
And just to give people an idea of what Rooster's talking about, they put up links last night and said, here's the proof of what we are claiming. And Rooster clicked on all of those links. Yes. And they brought up nothing.
Oh, those were ridiculous. It was like a cop car that didn't even have any goddamn writing on the side of it in a parking lot.
Nothing that he said had any basis in reality.
But the adults that watch him believe it.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, I feel like wrong information or misinformation is dangerous, especially when it's around folks who, their only exposure to the internet is maybe the Freedom channels and Red's channel. You know what I mean? Like live streams and things like that. if you're not aware of the other communities out here and what goes on, I feel like it's dangerous when you're willingly like lying to these, for all intents, like old people. You're like lying to these old people who don't really know any different or better because they've never been to the dredges of the internet. Not that I blame anyone for that.
I blame you for taking me there.
We can always go lower.
Oh, I know you're gonna take me.
I've seen the King Cobra thing, and I've seen the other the guy that's in prison now. I can't remember his name. Chris Chan.
Yeah, that's Game Dev, by the way. Game Dev is a new Chris Chan, and we're getting to watch it in real time.
Oh my god. Well, like another thing is that Brett and Red implied that we were making fun of disabled people and things like that on the internet. But I find it offensive that someone would say that Cobes isn't living his best fucking life, making wands and singing for people and like creating content and doing something that he probably wouldn't have gotten to do if he didn't have a channel to like be creative and do all the weird shit that he does. Like, and we're really rooting for him.
And let's be honest, everyone on here is mentally ill. What
Exactly.
the fuck are we doing following this? We're all insane. So fuck
I
you.
didn't know wands was a thing. I'm going out in
wands.
the woods. I know. I'm going out in the woods. I'm getting some sticks. I'm going to start selling some doofus wands,
I'll buy one.
Well, you have to show them. See, the Cobes lore is he's walking down the street because, he usually just drives his little bicycle, and he was walking down drunk on the street, and he kept pointing his wand at a traffic light, and he's like, hold on a second, it'll work.
Forgetting the traffic lights change every minute.
So if you point them at traffic lights, they will change eventually, and it's all the wand. And for somebody to say that like we don't like we're making fun of him or that we're laughing at him is absolutely ridiculous. I fucking love Cobes, and I'm really rooting for that dude. But he does some real dumbass shit, and I love watching it. And so he puts it out there. He makes money off of it. That's what he does for a living.
Yeah.
So it's crazy.
And I think that's, I think that's the part people miss. That's what these people do. They put the stuff out there.
Yeah,
I'm sure there are people here right now laughing at the three of us.
I don't give a
fuck. Have had it.
Yeah, I don't either.
You're welcome.
I love you. Thank you.
Yeah, it's content, man. It's all content, and when you look at it from that lens, it's hard to be mad at specific people or there's a few that I still actively hate, but it's like by and large when I'm watching stuff, it's just content, because you turn that live stream on and it becomes scripted in a way. It doesn't really matter, I guess, except for now because I can't remember what my point was here that I was getting at. So. We'll
smoke more pot.
It's the weed. But no, that was the whole point of my channel. Davis is like, I was like, man, there's this whole community and they're not like really seeing the big picture of all of this weird, crazy shit because there's so much more out there and to be mad at and to, to really like put everything that the dredges of this freedom movement thing into perspective. And that's kind of what we've been doing. Plus, like, that's the stuff that I've been watching for years and years, and it's fun. It's just content. But I never try to be political. I certainly never wanted to end up on fucking Red Squirrel or Brett Boyle's radar, but here we are.
Well, you certainly have.
Yeah. Well, we talked about you and Kerfuffle coming on and to talk about the mod thing, about being mods and other mods and things, and then all of a sudden last night this just went whang.
Yeah, it got really crazy. The mod stuff has been interesting.
Yeah,
to say the least.
We'll have you and Kerfuffle. We'll have you and Kerfuffle on, and we'll do that.
Yeah, I
would
need her to be my hype man for that one.
You're gonna have to make you're gonna have to make a cartoon for her.
I would love to be a cartoon. I would, I think that would just be so freeing, because it's not, it's how can you be mad? Look at her. Look
Well,
at her. How could you be
unfortunately,
mad at
I
that?
have been doxxed, right? And it's not that I care so much about putting my ID out there. I kind of like the tech side of having an avatar and like getting to play with it.
Absolutely.
And stuff.
Yeah. I've been on screen enough. I want a cartoon.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
Well, I just minimize.
Marty-
I minimize the screen. I don't want to see my fucking face.
Are there any instruments you do not play?
I don't play any brass.
Okay.
Can't
All right.
do that. I don't know why.
Do you got sample that on the keyboards then and play everything else?
I don't use brass really.
Yeah.
No, not much.
Okay.
I have a saxophone, a clarinet, so they're my reed instruments. I have an oud.
Okay.
You know what an oud is?
An oud?
Yeah. OUD.
I do not.
It's Spoon used that song in a video she made. It's called Afghanistan, and the first instrument you hear is an oud. It's a Turkish or Egyptian instrument. It's got 8 strings on it. And it's got a weird bent back neck. You've heard it before, I'm sure. It's like Middle Eastern.
Probably have, yeah.
That's a fun one.
I didn't know what it was.
Yeah, look it up. It's a good time.
And back to the cartoon. When Baldy Banks when the Baldy Banks video, every time he said rooster and he cut to you, it was just you in those pink glasses just sitting there. Wasn't that hilarious?
Oh my god,
The
it
way
cracked
he
me up.
edited that.
I finally made it to a troll video.
Yeah, the legends of trolling are not in our communities, just so everybody understands, right? They're in the fringe communities. Would you say IP2?
Oh,
Is that
yeah.
where the trolls are?
Yeah, absolutely. That is definitely the French.
Okay. All right. And it seems like it's both the fringe of the left and the fringe of the right together.
Oh, I don't think they have political ideas at all.
No,
That's what I mean. It's
They're
like
fucking crazy, like 20-year-olds that are like jacked out of their minds on drugs, just doing wild shit.
Yeah, it's the horseshoe. It's the once you get so far out on either side, it just it's irrelevant like which side it's on. It's all hell.
There's a video of was it Gucci's and Chicken Andy dealing with Antifa. I'm not even going to repeat what Chicken Andy said to these people, but it's insane. You know what I'm talking about, Rooster, right?
Yes.
Does Chicken Andy wear a chicken head?
No.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't confusing.
I don't
with
know
somebody
the
else.
origin of his name.
Okay.
You don't know the chicken, Andy?
I don't know the origin of his name.
Okay.
I don't know where he got that name from. I know that's not his real name. He said his real name before.
It's David, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he gets pulled over by cops and tells them his name and address like on
All
live
the
all
time.
the time.
Look, he's been doxxed so many times. It's like nothing. It's I mean, all of them. So that's the thing. Their community will send the TTS. That's the big thing with IP2. They do it's IRL, but it's like chat always wins, right? TTS kind of dictates what they do, so they set themselves up to have the TTS come through on speakers. The toxic part that comes into that is, of course, the racism and like really terrible things people will say over TTS, but also they have callers, which are people that'll look around at the surroundings and call the police and say this guy is waving a gun around in the parking lot over here, or like if there's been all kinds of weird crazy calls from that side of things.
But as far as like swatting them, right? Because they don't really have a gun, or
yeah, kind of. I mean, that's just the police calls. You got to imagine they're calling businesses where these people are. I mean, Ice Poseidon, he had to go to Japan to even kind of get a break. Like he can't go anywhere and do IRL in America anymore because of if somebody IDs where he's at.
Because somebody's already seeing him, always seeing him. Somebody's always watching.
Doofus,
Wow.
do you know the actor Andy Dick?
Yeah.
Okay, Andy Dick.
I mean, not personally.
No,
I
right.
don't know him personally, but I know who he is.
He actually was inserted into this world.
Yeah.
Into IP2.
Yeah. Oh,
and
yeah.
spent several months and possibly R-word somebody.
Well, it wasn't. Yes, but
our word. Oh, yeah.
Rhymes
it is
with
a
grape.
mess.
Yeah, he was
right,
in that
yeah.
world, got the shit kicked out of him. Oh, Rooster, you've got to send him videos showing him.
Yeah, there's so
It's
much
insane.
lore.
It's the craziest shit ever. It's so much fun to watch. These people are like, this is like WWE of the internet. It's awesome.
Okay, so TTS, talk to speak, right?
Yes.
Or talk to speech
Talk to speech. Yeah.
or text to speech. What?
Text to speech.
Okay, all right.
You can write
But
any name you want to. I could say I'm you and then say some outlandish shit on Rooster's channel.
Well,
Like
it's
American
hilarious, right? Generally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, on your channel, it's hilarious. I can just see where it might be incredibly troubling. in
Well,
certain
okay. Imagine
environments.
doing that when you're at line at a 7-Eleven, right?
Yeah.
These dudes will be at a
Yeah.
7-Eleven with a speaker on their chest, and someone will just bomb them with the N-word because they see a
Whoa.
black person in line, and it just gets crazy. But hey,
Wow.
$3 a pop.
But they're making money.
Oh shit, yeah.
I mean, according to Baldy, they're making tons of money. What he had up there, $30 billion or something.
Oh yeah, well because Baldy Banks used Phase's avatar, and so now they think that he's Phase, who is like a really successful YouTuber.
They're fucking fooled by
Like
everything.
it is absolutely ridiculous.
Well, I'm glad they know I'm just a doofus, and I just get on here to try to find things out because I don't have nothing.
Yeah. Well, and it's true that a lot of streamers in general use TTS. It's not, just a IP2 thing. It's an interact with your chat thing. The distinction being that IP2 is just a toxic community. So the things that people are putting into TTS and that are allowed to are vile. like that's part of the fun for chat, right? Is getting someone into trouble and being toxic. So that's the whole thing. All I'm really saying is that Red doesn't want that kind of attention, right? He doesn't want that community to pay attention to him because it's not going to end well.
Talk about fuck around, find out.
Yeah.
I mean, they will
And
destroy his life.
What's this new thing? GP text for chat, or is it? Do you know what I'm talking about? A brand new thing that it's like some sort of AI for your chat.
No.
I don't know. Somebody, again, I got people watching me in Europe, and I've got somebody that's contacting me, about sponsoring the show. And somebody else was sponsoring me, or somebody else has messaged me about using this new technology to make money. Only thing is, somebody else has said that it's AI and it's incredibly dangerous. It takes over everything, and so I just wanted to ask. You guys are both kind of on the cutting edge of stuff, as far as I'm concerned, anyway.
Oh no, I'm retarded. Rooster has dragged me down this hole. I'm like, see, on Rooster's like, she knows what she's talking about, and I am like the sidekick that doesn't know anything, who just reacts in real time.
Chat GPT.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Okay, all right. We'll check it out. We'll check it out because I've been contacted about using it, so I don't know.
Huh.
Okay, hold on a second. Tofu's. I use Chat GPT a lot. A lot of people will talk to it. Okay. All right. There we go. You guys, can you take a couple of questions from the chat? You got a couple of minutes
Yeah, I'll
here?
Of
give it a shit.
course.
All right, chat. Anything you'd like to ask Rooster Doll or CKM Music? Okay. Give them. Okay, you guys got something going on already in the chat.
Yeah, apparently Lori is saying I need to apologize to her for the incident with the lights, the Wizzy lights or something. Or that, like, I am calling her crazy because she doesn't make fucking sense, Sunshine. I've asked her many times to email me if she wanted to have a conversation about this, and she's more than welcome to. It's roosterdoll@gmail.com. Otherwise, don't drag me in fucking chats when you don't know what you're talking about, because what you're saying sounds crazy. Period. Sorry. I'm so tired of that shit.
No.
She follows me and she just talks shit in chat. Rooster's
Okay.
a known druggie.
Pam from customer service. I use Aveda products. I actually went to cosmetology school when I was younger. There's something you don't know about me, but have at it.
For real?
Yeah.
Cool.
Veda products are great.
Haywood, yes, I will marry you. I don't do hair club for men. This is all genetics. Blame my parents. I love when people ask me questions. It's fun. I got nothing to hide. Put my dumb face on here. Come on.
Oh.
CKM, you do look
okay.
fabulous. I love the haircut.
Well, thank you. What did L'Oreal just say? You went to her house? Wait.
Yeah, they're saying that, like, I knew. So a viewer went and bought the lights that Lori was selling on her live
Oh,
stream.
the Wizzy Trump lights.
Scandal.
Oh, okay. Oh, I forgot all about that. What really happened? What went down?
A viewer went and grabbed, like, he bought the lights, which she was selling, and she actually tried to give them away, and he went ahead and paid her because that was the right thing to do. Obviously, no, I was not fucking involved with it. And when she refused to meet in a public place, he contacted me in Discord, and I met him in VC so that I went in his pocket to go and purchase these lights because he wanted to surprise Wizzy by sending them to him, just to troll her a little bit. I mean, it wasn't anything harmful. I didn't know I got summoned in the middle of everything. And it was just someone who wanted to buy the lights and send them to Wizzy. The viewer was not Wizzy. Wizzy did not show up at Lori's house. You guys are fucking crazy.
All right.
I don't think I never heard her say that.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it
she
probably
refused
was in the
to meet
chat.
up with him in a public place. Just kept sending her address because she was selling the lights. And she said, anyone, who wants to buy them, just contact me. So there was an email sent. And he just wanted to buy the lights and send them to Chris because it would have been funny. You know what I mean? And then it got weird when she, invited a stranger into her home. But because he's already there in her town trying to buy these lights, he did stay on in a Discord call, so we made sure that nothing went weird. I mean, I don't understand what the fucking issue with that is. When it happened, no one tried to harm her in any way. My friend attended J6. What are you fucking talking about? What friend?
All right. I have to answer two questions.
So crazy.
Okay.
Cunning stunt. I use grooming clay by Aveda. That's right there. And Wizzy Morrissey is definitely more mopey. Just saying.
There's no recording of it. No one recorded it. It was in a Discord. That's so fucking weird. You guys are just like Just next level. He just went. A viewer went to buy the light, emailed her, did exactly what she wanted him to do. If anybody wants to buy these lights, hit my email. Blah blah blah. Like, and that's what happened. I don't understand what. Yeah, do I think that it was a good idea? Absolutely not. Was I involved? No. Was it done maliciously? No.
Okay.
I don't know what else to say. I'm not responsible for everything that Chris does. We're two different people.
Speaking of Wizzy.
No, it was not. There was not a recording. There was not a recording made of it. It was in a Discord call. It was not recorded.
It wasn't on Wizzy's show.
No, it was to protect the guy.
Absolutely not.
It was to protect the buyer.
Yeah, he just wanted to, make sure that nothing went wrong, because she wouldn't meet him in public, and it kind of sketched him out a little bit.
Telescope. Ian Curtis killed himself, so we're probably gonna have to go with Ian Curtis.
I was involved. I was not involved. Lori didn't hear it because there's no recording. That's fucking crazy.
How long ago do you think the rat gave the monkeys herpes?
Video of the video was shown on. There's no video. It wasn't recorded. This call, the inside of her house, was not recorded. I wasn't I'm not Wizzy.
Country girl, I'm not a zoologist. I can't answer
And
that.
no, I don't think it was a good idea. I was not involved.
Okay. You worked with Wizzy for a long time on his show.
I did, of course.
And and he said that he was neutral and unbiased at times. And I think he probably was the best optic that 1776 had as far as his lens. Do you think he was biased, or do you think he was objective?
I think that he tries to be objective, but I think that, in the end of the day, this was something that he wanted. He couldn't work under his union anymore unless he did the job, which he didn't want to. And so this was something that he did have his heart in. So I think to say that it was unbiased, no, because it was something that he believed in. But do I think that he tried to give the best coverage that he could, from all angles? Yes.
Okay. I would agree with that. I would say he was not unbiased, and I would also say that he at least looked at other options instead of just constantly focusing one direction, as the majority of the people that covered it did.
I don't think. Look, I've talked to Wizzy. He's not a bigot. He's just not. Sorry.
Okay. I don't know. I'm assuming that came from chat.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I was sitting there going,
Like, where did that?
Yeah.
No, it was something that he wanted.
Guy. It's just ridiculous. Fucking stupid.
But yeah, he's passionate about it. It was something that he felt strongly about. And I think that he tried to do the best he could, but also, I think he did a good job for someone that was there for the movement to cover it, but also someone who, he did support it. And then when he didn't anymore. So I think that's when he left at the end there. But I can't really speak for Chris.
Right.
He.
Yeah, I just, like I said, you worked with him for a long time on the show.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Chris is my friend.
How did you become a mod for him? Were you friends before, or How did all that happen?
I've known Chris for a couple of years. We, I think in some Discords, um, we used to do a lot of Discord VC stuff, voice chats and things like that. So yeah, we just we hung out in a couple of those, and we started working together on just things for the stream and things like that, stuff that I enjoy doing, because I don't like being a mod. I really enjoy the technical side of things and playing with stuff. I don't particularly enjoy telling other adults like what to do, or even like I don't really like politics online at all. So yeah.
Were you Bones?
Yeah.
When he, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I watched him. I watched him on the mall all the time.
Yeah, and he did get. I think he got really great coverage. I think he went out of his way to get some good shots and some good coverage of the event itself.
I agree with that, because I think he was always taking his viewers into account when he was setting up his shots and stuff, and he tried, he worked to get good shots instead of just focusing on, Cashapp, buy me a coffee.
Yeah. I don't think that I could have like stomached that. That's a lot. But I enjoyed his coverage and what he was doing while he was there. It was really a good view. He got right up in the action. I felt like I think my guilty pleasures were the people that were in the back 40. Is that what it was called? Like the partiers. Those were the better streams for me. So at night, like that's what I wanted to watch.
Yeah, I can dig that. CKM, how did you get involved in all this?
I was a hermit for 6 years. Didn't talk to a single person. Started watching the Canadian convoy, and I saw that on the YouTube thing there was a show chat button. So I hit it. I'm like, look, these motherfuckers are talking to each other. I'm totally honest. So I just started like being like, hey, what's up? And then the American one happened. The Hagerstown thing happened. And the weekend of March 19th, I want to say it was the 19th. I live close to Hagerstown, like about 2 hours away. I went there for a weekend and hung out and met a lot of those people.
Cool.
Yeah, I purposely stayed in a place where I knew streamers couldn't get reception, because I had been watching it for so long. Like, oh, we can't go over that area. There's no reception. So I stayed there. I will admit that I was tripping for 48 hours while I was there. I just sat and played a banjo and just watched people. It was cool. I had no problem with what they were doing. Anyone that fucks with people like the government, I'm fine with, whether it's BLM or fucking the other side. I don't give a shit. Fuck power, right? I don't usually talk about politics because I think they all suck, left and right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree. That's why I don't really like to, talk politics on my show. I kind of got thrust into all this, with the Chris stuff, and I guess that we've been following some politics for the last few years, but this has been certainly this community and everything that's come with it is I could have never anticipated that we'd all be sitting here in January, almost a year in.
Yeah.
Oh no, Eric, I was not hanging with them. I was hanging with I won't say, but we'll talk later. I met a group of people there. I purposely bypassed the Libertarian Boogaloo boys. I was like 100 yards to the left of them, if that tells you where I was.
This is before it became 1776.
Yeah, this was like TPC in March.
Did you manage to stay off film?
Yeah. No, actually I didn't. I know one person that caught me. It was Brant.
Do they know they have you?
Brant got you?
I think Brant got me. I was sitting there playing my banjo, fucking totally faced, and he rolls up to me, and he was on Fry's stream, that Fry guy, and he offered me a French fry.
That sounds awesome.
Well, I didn't take it.
Why not?
Oh, acid and food doesn't really go together, does it?
I guess not.
Nah, not really. And I think possibly, who was that? The video game, the guy with the white truck with all the signatures on it.
Shit, I forget what the.
Oh, Ripta.
There you go.
I think Ripta might have got me.
Damn, that's the deep lore. Now I kind of want those, but I think Brant got shut down. And
Who are these guys? Because I haven't heard their names at all. I don't go back that far.
Oh, Ripta's a guy from Kentucky. He's a video gamer. He's a sweet guy. Him and his wife, they had this white pickup truck that they got all these signatures on. They painted with flags and shit. I always liked watching his streams. I thought he was just kind of a goofy guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the other one was...
Oh, Brant for Liberty?
Brant for Liberty.
He was a little more serious politically, I think.
Yeah, he does. I think he is on Rumble and on Twitch, and he does a multi-stream. Interesting little feller. Interesting little character there. That's.
I want to talk to Rose.
Which one?
The one that was with 1776
Ooh,
and got...
Pious Rose.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to have an interview.
Yeah,
with
what
her.
happened to her?
I don't know.
That's interesting. Yeah, I think that would be really interesting.
Yeah.
She was definitely like a really wild card character.
She seemed to have so much influence at one point, and then all of a sudden she's gone. I don't know. Maybe that was just my perception.
Well, she did. I think she tried to leave twice, honestly. But the second time she left, God, I can't even remember where that was now. I think she went to be with the to do outreach with the Asian community that AP calls the Moonies. I'm not fucking sure if they are actually Moonies. But I think that didn't she go to do outreach with them, the Asian church?
The Hare Krishnas?
Is that what it is? I don't know.
That's what was in the chat.
Oh, and now you might be right. It might have been Alex Glasscock. Did he have a Cadillac? It was the dude with the red Cadillac, the maroon Cadillac, who offered me the fry. It might not have been Brant.
Are we still on the fry?
David's
tent. Oh, okay. That makes more sense to me.
She joined David's tent.
Where did I get the Moonies thing from? I don't know where I pulled that out. See, there's just so much information. That's like, I feel like we take in so much all the time. That's why I hate speaking on this stuff, because I just have like a general knowledge of things and not, all the characters, everybody had their own little niche,
How many characters are there?
I don't know. We've
100?
been throwing around the idea of like a big character list, but that would just be such an undertaking.
Yeah, it'd have to. You couldn't do a T-shirt. You'd have to do like a tent or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we could monetize it. It might just have to be like some kind of file.
But this celebratory tent with everybody's name on it. It only costs you $200, and only 30% of the people actually get it.
Oh my God.
Much like the BTM shirt.
That fucking shirt.
All right. Did you get a BTM shirt?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, all right.
Nah.
All right.
I don't want anything with my name on it.
No. I think you're right next to Claude, too.
Oh, I know. It's fucking terrible. Of all people.
Hey, I'm right next to Anarchy Princess, so,
Love it.
There you go. All right. Any final words?
I got nothing. Just I'm glad to be here. I certainly don't know everything about like all the things, but I hope that maybe we answered some of your questions. But
Yeah, I think we needed. I honestly think we needed to clear some stuff up before it grew too much.
Sure.
Because the potential danger's there.
I do agree with that. I think that the misinformation and the weird stuff, I mean, that's just not a community that I would go poking that bear, especially with a lot of people who the convoy was probably their first live streams and things like that. So, but yeah, I appreciate you having me on. It's been fun.
My last
Oh,
my
thank you.
last words are stop taking this shit so seriously. And
Absolutely.
just be nice and have fun, make jokes.
Well said. All right. Thank you, too.
Thank you, man.
Oh, I
See you
loved
later.
having you on. All right. Thank you to both Rooster and CKM Music. And thank you to all you that have clicked on and that have been watching, and greatly appreciate it. Curtis, good stream, decent chat. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Anarchy Princess. Oh, is Anarchy Princess in here? Hi, AP. Thank you. You were badass as always tonight. Thank you to Rooster and CKM. Yes, Tammy, indeed. Thank God I got to be so bad. Oh my gosh. I love you guys. Thank you all for watching. If you want to reach out to me, the best way to get a hold of me is through email, americandufus@gmail.com. You want to help support the show, you can buy one of the books. I've got to get 2 books mailed out, too. What else have I got? And everything's open tomorrow because today was Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day, everybody. I love you all. Cashapp is $American Doofus, all one word. And we'll see you in either on Rooster's page or Telescope or Jeff or who knows where, but we'll be around the internets. That's what we do. I'm taking the computers in tomorrow, so I may not be on tomorrow night. If I get the computer back, I'll be on. If not, we'll see you Wednesday night with Cunning Stunt and GA from CA. Until then, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. It's a dark